Alumni Field for today's Merrimack Valley Conference football game.
Okay, we're just
featuring the Redmen of Tewksbury
game time.
And the Wildcats of Wilmington High.
And we're about ready for the introductions of the teams. It's been a down year for both
Introducing the starting defense
only won
from
one
Tewksbury
game.
High.
Tewksbury, 2
The
games.
cornerback, number
Here's the introduction of
2,
the team.
Alex Adorno.
Tewksbury being introduced first.
Also at cornerback, number 4, Mike Terode. At linebacker, number 45, Aaron Silva. At defensive end, number 50, Ryan Minyar. Also at defensive end, number 53, Chris Maxwell. The defensive tackle, number 76, Jason Sullivan. Number 81, safety, Joe Mercer. Also starting at linebacker, number 34, co-captain Brian O'Keefe. Also at linebacker, number 55, co-captain Scott Haddad. At nose tackle, co-captain number 61, Greg Noda. And defensive tackle, number 78, co-captain George Rogers. And the rest of the Redmen, led by their head coach, Joe Del Grasso.
Okay, just about ready for the Wildcats to be introduced.
Introducing the starting offense from Wilmington. At tight end, number 15, Rich Gillis. Quarterback, number 20, Bill Harrison. Wide receiver, number 26, Tim Devlin. At running back, number 42, Jamie Campbell. Tackle, number 56, Pat Finn. Center, number 58, Matt Haskamp. Tackle, number 66, Matt Ketty. Guard, number 74, Tom Burke. Guard, number 77, Mike Kyra. At tight end, 83, Brian Carroll. And starting at the fullback position, captain number 33, Steve O'Neill. And the rest of the Wildcats led by their head coach, Jerry Sullivan.
Okay, John, as you might have heard from the PA announcer, there's a few names missing there. We have Jack Warford not starting, and Sean Kerrigan not starting on offense. And let me see, Jay Ianacino also. I didn't hear his name, so I don't think he'll be playing.
Wilmington is going to be weakened today by the loss of 4 key players. One of them by injury, 2 of them disciplinary reasons.
Going out on the field,
and
so
one
coin toss today for Wilmington, our seniors.
Is out today. So
number 5, Phil
they're
Ritucci.
all starters, and they will hurt, especially on defense.
Captain Steve O'Neill, 33.
It's unfortunate Carrigan is out because he was an up-and-coming sophomore. He made
Matt Ketty.
many unassisted tackles during the year, and great things are expected of him the following year. So he'll be greatly missed as a linebacker, and we hope that he heals sufficiently to come back and do a good job next year.
Our linesman
So that Jamie Campbell is going to be a starting running back, is that right? When I heard Campbell?
Judge from Michigan.
Jamie Campbell will probably be starting at linebacker as a freshman.
Umpire from USC.
I thought I heard him announce him as a running back.
And a referee today out of Alabama, Bob
Let's see what
O'Neill.
happens. As John mentioned, the field from that freaky snowstorm we had yesterday, field is partially frozen. Got a little light snow on there. Let's see if that's going to be a factor in today's game. It's a bright, sunny day. We've had great weather all fall for these football games, and it looks like it's going to be okay. The wind is kicking up. It's blowing crossfield.
Tewksbury's won the toss. They've deferred.
Redmond have won the toss of the coin, and let's see what they're going to do, receive or kick off. I know, John, you'd rather kick off in the opening game.
On a day like this, I'd rather give the opposition the ball, see if I can contain them in their end of the field, hope that I get good field position that results in their subsequent kick. Both teams are young ball clubs. Wilmington, I think, has about 5 seniors, and Tewksbury, I count 9, so that means that both clubs will be strong in the upcoming years.
That's right. That's very underclassmen-dominated teams on both sides. And both teams are riddled with injuries, as we mentioned before. In Tewksbury, their big offensive weapon, Ben Christopher, is out. He's only a junior, broke his leg. And Rogers may see only limited duty. He re-injured his ankle. And their backfield is also riddled with injuries. So they're hurting. They had a lot of promise for this year, but due to injuries, they've had a disappointing season. And both teams will be strong next year. They have a good core of underclassmen coming up.
The wind is definitely going to play a factor. It's blowing very strongly from the west, and it'll be a definite factor in this ball game.
Looks like it's blowing crossfield, though, John.
Yeah, it is.
If I could have your attention, please.
It'll be crossfield.
At this time, I'd like to ask that we all please stand. I'd like to observe a moment of silence for a Tewksbury player, number 31, Michael Fleury, Wilmington player, number 86, Shane Warford. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to announce the following Wildcat Band seniors who are performing at their last football game. Carrie Anderson, Jamie Austin, Debbie Brisky, Sean Brown, Carrie Casella, Brian Crowley, Laurel Fenton, Julie Goss, Henry Grise, Candace Hassam, Shannon Hatch, Paul Hyam, Jessica Horan, Michelle Montalto, Nick Montalto, Allison Murray, Lynn Normoyle, Terry Oakleaf, Anne-Marie Pavone, Jessica Roberts, Patrick Rufo, Matt Southmaid, Allison Ward, Jim Whitebone, and Scott Whitebone. Y'all please stand, or remain standing, as they lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Redmond will be kicking off to the Wildcats. Back deep for the Wildcats. Jimmy Devlin, Harrison.
Hey, tell those deep guys to move up a little bit.
Back deep to receive, number 20, Billy Harrison, Tim Devlin,
Crowley.
Crowley, number 84.
Sean Crowley.
Crowley, move up too.
Kicking will be Mike Terode.
Okay, Mike Terode about to put his foot into the ball. Start the game off. Right down the middle, Billy Harrison gathers it in. Flipping. Billy finally wrestled down there about the
Harrison on the return, tackled by Alex Adorno.
You can see how slippery it is out there on that. Out there.
That's a good indication. It's very slippery out there today. And this will be a factor.
Definitely a factor is the field conditions today. And the sun is very bright. Could be a problem on the kickoffs and punts, losing it in the sun. Harrison with the pitch to O'Neal. On the right side, he's going to look like he's walking on eggs. Still on his feet. He's got to watch out running on the left side. Richard Gillis.
Oh no! No, that wasn't a clip! How did it fall down?
Richard Gillis got caught on the clip. Richard tried to give him
With O'Neal on the carry for Wilmington.
That was a very poor call.
That was a close call. Looked like he was
Flag down on the play.
he managed to get in front of him, but they called it a clip.
Holden. He called Holden.
Illegal block from behind.
That play, O'Neal tried the right side, but not find running room.
He didn't even give the right signal to give a holding signal.
And kind of tiptoed, found running room around the left side, and had a big gainer, but it's going to be called back on a hold.
Holding penalty.
Hold. Looked like could have been something else. Could have been a clip, but I mean, you said it didn't look like a good call.
I don't know if they even called that. There might have been a hole somewhere else.
That's a good point too, John. Maybe it was a hole in the line.
Yeah, there was definitely a hold.
Illegal block against Wilmington.
Somewhere in the
10-yard
line.
penalty will be 1st and 5.
So it's from the infraction, so it's actually the ball is on the 233-yard line. Harrison on the keeper.
No, what's that? There you go.
Looks like a personal foul here.
Billy Harrison on a keeper. Tackle made by number 78.
Personal foul against the Redmen.
George Rogers, flag down.
Let's go tight slot right. Okay. Quarterback sweep right. Tell him to keep his feet.
Oh, big penalty against being marched off against the Redmen.
Personal foul against Tewksbury. Wilmington 1st down.
The ball is on the Wilmington 48-yard line, 49-yard line. First down. Billy Harrison, the Wilmington quarterback. Harrison keeping the ball, looking for a block.
Brian Carroll, didn't even touch it.
Tackled by two
Get
Redmen.
on
Yeah,
Brian
Billy,
Carroll right now.
Billy tried to
Harrison on a keeper.
turn the corner.
Tackled by number 45.
With
Terrence
a bad
Silva.
footing, the blocks weren't sustained. Consequently, he didn't pick up any yards.
21 died.
It's going to be pretty tough going outside today. You're going to have to stay up the middle as much as possible.
Lost a lot of yards. Second down, 2 yards. Second down and 12.
Wilmington offside, I think.
It's going to be an illegal procedure against Wilmington. 5-yard penalty.
Left side of the line.
False start against Wilmington. 2nd and 17.
Well, both teams a little jittery in the opening couple of minutes of the game.
17 now for the Cats. Wilmington set up on the eye. Harrison rolls out.
He's got him.
Pass to Gillis.
Oh, Jesus, set your feet.
Pass intended for Richie Gillis, incomplete. 3rd and 17.
Ball was there. He couldn't hold on to it.
Wouldn't have been much of a gain, John.
No, it wouldn't have.
That's what the Wildcats are going to have to do to win this game, is hit those short passes. And Gillis has been the number one man for Harrison all year. Short passes.
Yeah, I think that's the better part of the game plan is to hit shot dunk passes, and they're going to have to stay up the middle. It's going to be very difficult turning the corners today.
Okay, Harrison.
Let me know when it stops.
Back to pass again. Now he's looking for running room. And Billy's going to be knocked down.
Billy Harrison on a keeper, brought down by number 53, Chris Maxwell.
We got a good snap now. Good snap. Is that better?
I'll break number 4 down and Wildcats report to O'Neal back. Beats the punt.
Fourth down, Steve O'Neal to kick.
Wildcats going to call a timeout.
Timeout for Wilmington.
So with 7 minutes and 51 seconds left
In the first quarter is a scoreless game, and this does not bode well for the Wildcats, John. This field is much slipperier than I thought it was, and you could see it with O'Neal. Even in the opening kickoff, Harrison had trouble with his footing, and O'Neal couldn't find his footing. It made a big gainer, and Tewksbury had trouble getting him. So I think this is going to be a big problem until the sun warms up this field.
They're going to be sliding all over this field today. The sad part about this field is that we on the visitor side, we have these tall pine trees that shade one half the field, and on the home team side, we have sun, which more or less melts the ground. So you get a combination of being hot on one side and soft and muddy on the other side. So it's going to be very difficult.
Okay, first punt of the game coming up.
Tewksbury's not going for the block.
Low snap. Steve gets it off. It's a very short punt. Takes a Wilmington bounce. Ball is rolling well into the Tewksbury territory. It's going to be down at about the 26-yard line.
Sean Carley back to.
All right, now we got to see what Wilmington can
First
do
down for
here.
Tewksbury.
I said the Tewksbury quarterback is one of the better throwers in the league. The path that has hurt Wilmington most this year has been the long bomb, the home run. They haven't defended against it very well, and if Tewksbury can get a man in the open, it could be a long day for Wilmington. Right now they got a flanker out left to the right, wide to the left here, so he could throw on first down.
Number 4, Mike Trode is a Tewksbury quarterback. Handoff, ball carrier gets hit immediately.
Great dive.
Kind of a shame to have the field conditions like this, John, but both teams have to play in it.
Dan Clark
And
on
let's
that
see what
carry
happens.
for Tewksbury, stopped by Steve O'Neal.
What do you think? The receivers would have the advantage on their pass patterns, or defenders, or what?
Oh, yeah, definitely, because the receiver knows where he's going. If he can duke somebody, and a defender could very well slip and fall today, and he'd be home free. Wilmington's very tight. The defense is up there very tight.
Okay, again, Tewksbury keeps it on the ground.
That's a counter that Tewksbury likes to run. They fake one way and come back the other.
Pick up about 4 to bring up a third down. And about 4 yards.
Alex Adorno on the carry, stop made by Phil Ratucci for Wilmington.
Adorno will be the big running back for Tewksbury.
This quarterback is also can run with the ball. He's one of the leading ground gainers over the year. He's going to throw now.
And a short pass out to
The
Adorno.
dump pass,
And he gets pushed out of bounds.
that's what they like to do. They just
Alex
throw
Adorno on
what
the
they call a
reception
little dump pass
for
out
Mike Terrell.
in the flat.
Knocked out of bounds by number
Get him
5,
one-on-one
Phil
and let him
Ratucci.
take off.
Yep, that was enough for a first down, so Tewksbury has the ball on their own 40, just short of their own 45.
They got a trips out here.
To Road. Oh, nice hit. Nice hit by Billy Harrison.
Joe Mercer on the carry for Tewksbury.
Tewksbury come out with a trips left. That's 3 running backs to the left side of the line. And they had a pitch to the toss pitch to the halfback, and they try to sweep with him.
Okay, no gain in the play. It's 2nd and 10.
Now they got a double wing here now. With motion.
Okay, Adorno in motion.
Gonna
But
throw
Road,
his
he's
guy
got
like
a man wide open, 84. He's got it.
Hey, wide open on that one.
He's in there for a touchdown. I don't see any flags.
They sent a man in motion one way and threw back to the weak
On
side.
the touchdown for Tewksbury.
Number 84, Carl Sear, took that short little pass. He was wide open, John, and Wilmington defenders just couldn't catch him.
Well-designed play, and that's what I said earlier, that Wilmington's weakness this year was in the secondary, and they got beat many a time with the pass, and that's what Tewksbury's going to do all morning. You can be sure of that, because neither one of these teams are going to be able to run much on this turf.
Okay, so that was a 55-yarder from Tarot to Sear. And the point after attempt is up and good.
I think it's good.
Mike Terode on the kick for the
Terode.
extra point.
Doing the extra point.
Tewksbury 7, Wilmington 0.
So with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter, the score is Tewksbury 7, Wilmington nothing. Was that a broken breakdown in the pass defense, John? Or
Well, it was a very well-designed pass pattern. They sent a man in motion from the weak side back to the strong side, and put a little what they call delay block on our end, and just slid him out back to the weak side while we were honoring that man in motion. And apparently there was a breakdown by the cornerback on the weak side, because that was his man.
And again, it was a short pass. I don't think you're going to see many long bombs today unless this field softens up
Mike Terode
considerably.
to kick, back deep. Billy Harrison, Tim Devlin, Sean Crowley.
Okay, Terode again kicking off to Harrison, Devlin, and Crowley. Be taken by one of the up men.
Mason.
It's number 82, Mason.
Brian Mason, he's a freshman.
Brian Mason on the return for Wilmington.
Mason had a pretty good year, John, didn't he, at the freshman level? He got quite a few.
Yeah, he was probably the best running back on the freshman team this year. And a young boy, and he played well defensively and offensively. So coming years, you'll see a lot of Brian Mason.
Possibly you could have Harrison and Mason in the backfield and come up with another quarterback, maybe young Tim Gillis, maybe?
Timmy's coming along, yeah, it could be.
Okay, Wildcats try again. There's a handoff to O'Neill. Steven
That's
gets
where Wilmington's going to go, though, Tom, because running straight ahead, O'Neill is very effective.
I didn't see if he got his footing that time, John, or not.
Yeah, he had his footing, but to sustain these blocks by the offensive line is very difficult because they can't get any leverage. They're sliding when they make contact, so pretty hard to drive block out of that offensive line this morning.
A pickup of 2 yards by Steven. It's 2nd down and 8. Again, a pitch to O'Neill. Looking for running room around the left side, and he's got it. Bowls his way over.
Very good job.
First down for Wilmington.
Stephen knocked out by Mike
number 4,
Terrell,
Mike Terrell.
but Terrell paid for that tackle. Stephen gave him a pretty good lick.
Steve did a good job then.
That was enough for a first down, so it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And let's see, they're just short of the 50-yard line. And this time, Devlin splits to the near side. O'Neill's a lone setback. Harrison back to pass. Avoids one would-be tackler, and he's going to keep it. Picks up maybe a yard.
Harrison's having a lot of trouble holding his feet.
Billy Harrison on the keeper. Tackle made by Ryan Minor.
Ryan Miner on the stop for the Redmen.
Tell Richie to split.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and the score is Tewksbury 7, Wilmington nothing. Wildcats with the ball right at the 50-yard line. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Again, Devlin splits to the near side.
Wilmington should be throwing now.
And now Gillis splits out to the far side.
In a pro set, they will be throwing. Yeah, they are throwing.
Harrison
Little screen.
is a screen. 42. Gets good yardage.
Jamie Campbell on the reception.
Jamie Campbell is also a freshman.
Stop made by Chris Maxwell.
Campbell's also a freshman, John? Is he a running back also?
Yeah, he was the running back on the freshman team this year.
So we got Campbell and Mason helping out next year. How about Lyman? Got any Lyman down there? None to speak of. Well, maybe they'll grow over the summer. Hey, we're having a measurement to see if the Wildcats pick up the first down, and they're just short. Third and short. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. 7-0 Tewksbury over Wilmington.
He's just going to play receiver, okay? On the right side, on the throw. He's 8.
They got about a foot. They'll probably go with the quarterback sneak here. 3rd down. They should be going on a quick count. Which
Just
they
as you
did.
said, John, Harrison
He got it.
gets the first down and a little bit more.
Billy Harrison on a keeper for the first down. Number 61, Greg Noda on the stop for Tewksbury.
You got another freshman going into the ball game for Wilmington now, Timmy Gillis.
Number 7, Timmy Gillis.
Timmy's playing a wide out.
Yeah, he's going to split to the near side.
42 is Campbell, 33 is O'Neill, and O'Neill gets the ball.
Crossbuck, but nobody blocked.
He's going to be tackled.
Nobody blocked the end.
Tackled by number 46.
O'Neill on the carry
Yeah.
for Wilmington. Stop made by number
Linebacker.
45, Aaron Silva.
If they spot that ball, we're getting a good spot down.
Yeah. When you run a crossbuck, you got to, the guy has to come out and kick that end out, which I don't know whether he got out there or not, but
2nd and
the
16.
block was not made, and consequently we lost yardage. So it's a throwing down again here. Gonna run. It's a bootleg.
Gillis giving him a block. Good run by.
Good run by Billy Harrison. The bootleg.
Billy Harrison on a keeper.
Dickie Gillis made a good block on that keeper.
Scott Haddad.
Bootleg, rather. It was a bootleg
Alex
right.
Adorno on the stop for Tewksbury.
Harrison again, looks like he's running on eggshell shoes.
Yeah, he should definitely probably have to change his shoes at halftime. Go into sneakers.
We got another timeout. So with 42 seconds.
Timeout on the field.
Tewksbury Redmond 7, Wilmington Wildcats nothing. We got a 3rd down and 7 coming up, Don. What do you think is going to happen here?
They're either going to run a draw or they're going to throw out in the flat. Because Wilmington does not have a long threat as far as the passing game is concerned. They do throw over the middle. They have a delay that they throw over the middle, and then they have what they call a jet pass that they may throw out to the right side, where they send two men deep and flare a back out into the flat area and try to hit the back. And then they have the draw play where they go behind the back, hand the ball behind the back, and
hot food and snacks at the north end of the
hope to
stadium.
suck the lineman in and then
Boosters
draw
provide
up the middle.
scholarships for Wilmington High student athletes and also provide trophies and awards.
Okay, so let's see if the Cats go with the draw to O'Neill or go jet out to Ghost.
Let's see if they come out in first here. Well, this won't be the jet, I'll tell you right now. It'll either be the draw or delay. Now he's going deep. Better throw the ball.
Gotta get rid of it. He does.
That was catchable.
Intended for Carroll from
That was catchable.
4th and 7.
Carroll dropped it.
Billy was under pressure, but he did a nice job getting rid of the ball.
Tell Steven just to the corner. Tell Steven in the corner.
Ryan Carroll's ball was a little bit behind him, but very catchable ball.
Fourth down, they're going to kick.
Tell the guys to go to the left corner. Tell him he's kicking.
Okay, so the nice drive by the Wildcats fizzles out and they'll be forced to punt away again.
I'm always concerned with these snaps.
Is that a low
Oh,
snap?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Just gets it off.
Get on the ball,
Really good
Phillip!
kick.
Down there.
He was missed down deep. Crowley had him down on about the 2-yard line and missed the tackle.
Josh.
Okay, this tackle gives Redmond some breathing room.
Matt Petros on the return. Stop made by number 70, Michael Toole.
Devlin's gone into the game for Wilmington, cornerback.
Back out of the backfield. Back out of the backfield.
Dive.
Nice field game.
Dive right up the middle.
High play.
Alex Adorno on the carry. Stop made by Jamie Campbell and Tom Burke.
Tom Burke and Jamie Campbell on the stop. It's a pickup of about 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7.
And what, 7, 10?
That's the end of the first quarter.
7.
It's the end of the first quarter, so
With a score of 6-7, Wilmington 0.
Okay, the difference in that quarterback, of course, with the back coming out of the backfield, Silva for Tewksbury, catching
If I could
a
have your attention,
pass back to the weak side and going about,
take a minute to introduce
I'd say
our
about 40 yards for a
Wilmington
touchdown,
cheerleaders.
untouched.
We have Jennifer Osiello, Beth Burke, Jennifer Carroll, Kelly Curtin, Lisa Houle, Rachel Keith, Becky Reeder, Jeanette Prickett, Carrie Anderson,
That
Jennifer
touchdown
O'Neill.
play, I thought it was the
Lynn
end
Sullivan.
with a delay, but it was not.
not
It was
with
the
us
back
today,
out.
Jessica Steigel, and Sheila Walsh,
They put
and
motion
our two
away,
captains,
motion
Dana
away, and
Boucher
slid him back to the weak side and
and Ann
hit him in
Dumont.
the flat.
Let's have a nice hand for him.
And we had absolutely no coverage on him at all.
And of course, they're led by Mrs. Sarah Cosman.
Not a crisscross. Not a crisscross. Not a crisscross.
Road with a handoff. Right there.
He's still going.
Ryan Carroll, where is he? It's not even Ryan Carroll.
That was a
81 for
Pat.
Redmond.
very
Joe Mercer
sloppy
on the carry
tackling
for
on that
Tewksbury,
play.
down by Steve
He got
O'Neill.
into the secondary and broke a
First down
couple
for
tackles
Tewksbury.
and continued on a few more yards.
Joe Mercer with a big gainer picks up the first down for the
You got to lock up if you're going to tackle in there. There's a
Pitch to Mercer again. This time they got him. Oh, he's still on his feet, but they finally bring him down after a game of 3.
Mercer run the carry again.
defensive line is not playing too bad for Wilmington right now.
Atkin on the stop for Wilmington.
As long as they just like move around a little bit, Scott. You know what I'm saying? As long as they disguise it a little bit, you'll be all right. But they have to disguise it.
Crisscross, crisscross.
Watch that tap. Watch that wing. Watch that wing. Is that wing leaning?
Pass, going deep.
Tom Burke with a sack for Wilmington.
Tommy's a solid ball player. He
10-yard line.
played good as a freshman, and he's come on real well here as a sophomore. And
Hey, who's on the corner over there?
he was on that man in no time.
Right on rice, as they say.
Take a third and long, so you got to look for the pass again. Look for that back out again. If you see this man in motion, they'll slip that back out.
It's the back out of the backfield.
That's what it's going to 43.
Oh, we gotta hit those tight ends. Gotta hit the tight ends. There's a box on this side. Get out there, Mark. Get out there.
You get plenty of time. Turn around.
Get off, Billy. Yes, nice job, Dougie.
There's a flag back here. I think they got called for roughing the passer back here.
Well thrown ball, John.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Carl Fear.
I think the
Defense by Doug Costa.
It's on us.
I think it's roughing
Flag
the
on the
passer.
play.
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul against Wilmington.
Who's it on?
Good both
Offsetting.
sides. Offsetting penalty.
Penalty. Replay it down.
Against both teams, so
Go, Billy.
replay the
This is a key down here. If they can hold them here, Wilmington should get good field position.
5, 10.
3rd and 18.
25 right here, bro.
Billy Harrison up the way back.
That's it.
As I said before,
You should be in. No.
fourth down.
Don't Billy move up.
Fourth down. They're going for the block.
Get away! Get away! Get away! Pick it up and go! Pick it up and go!
Get away, Jamie!
Get away.
Jesus Christ.
Very poor point, and the Wildcats had terrific field position. The ball was actually in Wilmington.
Very short punt.
32 or 33. Right off the
That'll be first down for Wilmington. At Tewksbury 32-yard line.
The Wildcats have another chance. 7 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half. 17 to Tewksbury over Wilmington. They've got 2 men on the far side.
I've got to watch for a hook and lateral here. Wilmington likes to do this. They got no running backs.
Running back, Harrison back to pass.
Here's a play cookie.
There he goes.
Very good call. He hit Gillis a little slant, and that was a good call.
Gillis brings the ball over.
Tackle made by number 4, Mike Carrose. First down for the Wildcats. On the
Nice
15.
little pass, very simple to play, Jones. Harrison to Gillis.
Just a little slant in.
Well thrown ball right into Gillis's gut. Okay, we got Campbell and O'Neill in the backfield. Run off to no, so Harrison going to keep it. He gets away from one. Now he run out of bounds by Bruno.
Picked up, I don't know if he picked the yardage up, but it was,
Knocked out by
he gave a good fake to O'Neill that time and tried to turn the corner.
I don't know if the field position is getting better, John, or if these guys just are getting...
Well, I think this end, it's had all the sun in the morning, it's probably getting better down there now.
Billy seemed to be able to have pretty good footing that time. He was able to elude that tackler.
Right. Now you might see a sweep right here now.
Yeah, pick up about 6 or 7 down and 4.
A strong left, but I think they'll go to the right.
Because if you look, everybody just crushed down on Stephen King.
Harrison,
No, go back
again.
there. Option.
Pitch it out to O'Neill.
Option.
He gets knocked out of bounds, but picked up a few more yards.
Yeah, he's down there. He's down there
Steve O'Neill with another 5-yard carry.
on the 5-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by 53, Chris Maxwell.
Wilmington has moved the ball in this drive.
And Brian O'Keefe.
That's close to a first down.
Close to a first down.
Tight slot
They're going to bring out a measurement here, I think. Oh, it is a first down.
First and goal for the Wildcats.
First
at
for
the
Wilmington.
5-yard line.
There you go. The first real big threat by the Wildcats. And that was caused by a very poor punt by Tewksbury. Able to move the ball very smartly. Now all we have to do is punch it in. Okay, O'Neill and Campbell in the backfield again.
Going wide.
To O'Neill, who's going to be
Got a touchdown. Now let me tell you, O'Neill did that all on his own. He should have been tackled 4 times turning that corner, and he shook off all the tackles and got into the corner.
all the go-to man all year has been number 33, and he did it again. Okay, the Wildcats line up for the extra point. Steve O'Neill, number 33, just scored that Wildcat touchdown. He's going to try the extra point. Billy Harrison's on the hold. Good snap.
Get over. It just did get over.
Scoring out, Wilmington 7, Tewksbury 7.
The Wildcats got a big break on that 4th punt, and they took advantage of it.
They sure did. And that's a good sign because, as you well remember, when Wilmington played Andover, they were about 20 points behind going into the second half. And they come back and almost won the ball game. They got momentum, and they were, Andover could not stop them. Andover had the first team in there. Wilmington just drove and drove. And finally, Coach Collins said, look it, called a timeout. And they had to stop them, and they finally did stop them, but Wilmington was on a drive to win the ball game in that game.
Right, that was probably where they turned their season around right there. They started to say, hey, we can fake these guys real quick. And since then, they've been...
Got 8 to receive, number 2, Alex Adorno, and 4, Mike DeRose.
Oh yeah, that's going to give Wilmington a lot of confidence because you must remember that on that drive, Wilmington had their freshman back running in there, Jamie Campbell, and they had young Timmy Gillis go in one play, so that helped to build up their confidence, that drive. And if their secondary can stand up and stop the bombs, we may be in this ball game the rest of the way.
Get the ball! Get out! Tackle him! Jesus Christ!
Okay, finally they bring number 4, Mike Jerome down.
Brian Mason on the tackle for Wilmington.
There again, the tackling wasn't that great on the kickoff.
Mike DeRose on the return. First down for Tewksbury at the 25.
First down at their own 24-yard line.
This is the same guys last year, right?
Okay, Mike Jerome, number 4, looks over the defense.
No, they dive both first down, both times before. And they dive again.
And off to
Dive again. Okay.
Good job.
backfield. Looks like a loss.
As I said before, that Wilmington defensive line is doing a fine job containing the running backs for Tewksbury.
Joe Mercer on the carry. Looks like he lost a yard to the second and 11.
He likes the roll scat. He likes the roll and skip it down. Give him a throw. Screen, John. He's going to roll the reach.
All right, they got a long yardage, so you can look for the ball. Oh, they got the quarterback.
Why no, Phil? Why flip up on the back?
You got a double wing. You see this man in motion again, I
Over
think.
Dougie G.
Here he comes. Now go back to the other side. Oh, there he goes again. Well, movement. But that was that same play that they scored a touchdown on coming up. Put that man in motion right, and he throws back to the left.
Against Tewksbury. It'll be second down and 16.
What happened there is a cornerback was sliding over with the motion man, which opened up that backside. And it looked like it was going to be open again, but however, there was a penalty in the play.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty against Tewksbury, so I make it
Yes,
second down.
don't slant, don't slant, don't slant. Because he's rolling backside.
Tell the boys to
Yeah.
stay.
Tewksbury sends 2 guys out to the near side here.
Got the Twins out here.
Back on the
Obvious
backfield.
passing now. Let's see what happens.
There he is.
There he is.
Comes one.
Throwing back screen.
Straight on, come on!
That's a running room here. Oh boy. Adorno on the carry. Alex Adorno.
Don't those guys realize
First down.
That's complete to Alex Adorno. Over Tuesday, Billy Harrison brought him down.
Yeah, that was
Tewksbury.
a very well executed screen pass. And once they get going in this frozen turf, it's tough for the secondary to make adjustments.
Flat sweep, flat sweep, flat sweep.
Okay, it's first down for the Redmen at their own 41.
Flat sweep.
There he goes in motion.
Come on, come on, come on!
Yes.
Hand off to
Oh,
Mercer.
Carroll,
He got
Carroll,
room. Probably brought down.
right tackle went left, everybody else went right.
Something about 5 yards.
Yeah, he ran
I
a
don't know.
Joe Mercer on the
Flat
carry.
off the left
Tewksbury
side.
brought down by Billy Harrison.
And the other went out, he went in, and
Harrison.
he made a hole. He made a
John.
Got to contain him here. We got a little over 4.5, about 4.5 minutes to halftime, so that we have to give the quarterback a good pass rush.
Pass, 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 pass.
Hey, Mercer is a home setback for
Here he comes.
Flat.
Wide open. He's going for a touchdown.
Got time off. He's going on his feet. He's in for a touchdown.
That's very, very poor coverage.
Adorno took that short little pass and just cycled
Alex Adorno, one reception, down at the 1 yard line.
Oh, didn't get it. It's not the 1 yard line. His knee came down, so he tried to dive in. He lost his footing, but down at the 1.
That back has to be taken up, picked up out of the backfield. If they don't pick him up, it's going to be a long, as I said before, a long day. In most cases, the third man out is picked up by a linebacker. However, he wouldn't take him in.
They give him a touchdown? Saying there is no flag, there was a flag, and there is no flag. So I guess it's
He was in, yeah.
first and goal for 1 yard. Alex Adorno.
There was
Oh, he
no
didn't get
touchdown
it.
play. It'll be first down and goal for Tewksbury.
Hey, they're gonna sneak it. They're gonna sneak it.
He's sneaking, step up!
Sneak by Terode, and he gets in there.
He's in there.
That's a touchdown for Tewksbury.
That's too bad because that was just a simple flare pat, not designed to go 50 yards, designed to pick up maybe a first down of 10 to 20 yards at the most.
Taking it in for the score.
But it wasn't covered well, and we didn't get people over there to make the tackle, and we paid the price.
Hey, Adorno, Terode scored with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the half, and that makes it 13-7 Redmond. And Terode will be holding. Mark Bradley attempted to come after. Mark Bradley will be holding the first, and Terode will be kicking.
Forget about the main emotion. Let's get on the idea that we don't have anybody in the flat. Because that's the fourth or fifth time it's happened.
Kick is up, and the kick is going to be good.
Good.
The kick is good by Terode. Score now, Tewksbury Redmond 14, Wilmington 7.
On a 5-3 to play flats?
Well, that kind of took the wind out of the sails of the Wildcats because it looked like they had a nice drive going and they had some momentum going and they let the Redmen get off the hook of that. Huge.
That was just a case of missed assignments. Somebody has to take that back out in the flat, and as I say, in most cases, in the 5-3, it'll be a linebacker. He can get over there.
You gotta tell him he's gotta get out. What's he saying?
Strike down on the play. Offside against Wilmington, declined. Point is good.
No, Sketch, listen. There was plenty of time so far that they haven't got the ball.
All right, let's see if we can get some decent field position this kickoff. And Wilmington's got to go to the air, too.
Yeah, the first time the Redmond kicked off, they didn't have a especially long kick, and Wildcats had good field position, but their first drive sputtered.
Timmy Devlin, Billy Harrison, Sean Carroll back to receive.
Okay, number 4, Mike Terode. We kicking to Gillis, Devlin, and Crowley again.
Mike Terode to kick.
Tell Billy you're going to. Come on, kick it a door. Out of bounds.
Let it go out of
This
bounds.
one's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds at about
Kick is out of bounds.
24 yard line.
They'll probably make him kick again.
I'll let him kick it again, you think? Bill?
I think they will, yeah. Yeah, well, we got to get field position.
The re-kick.
Tell him to move way up.
Oh, Redmond kicked 5 yards back in their own 35 instead of the 40.
Well, defense has been a problem all year for the Wildcats, John. And
Don't forget, everybody, there's
Secondary is, yes.
50-50 raffle. You still get tickets.
2
Be there
touchdowns
in
as a
the crowd,
result
also at the
of
front gate.
Mr. Simon's
The
defensive.
drawing will be at the end of
Other than
halftime.
that, Wilmington's played a very strong defensive game.
you know, defensive line's doing their job.
They've got to cover that back coming out, which they failed to do, and took full advantage of it, and as a result, they got 14 points.
Okay, Adorno about ready to, Terode about ready to kick off again. It goes to Devlin, 26. He hands off to Billy Harrison. Billy is still on his feet. Looking for a block. He's finally blocked down at the 50-yard line.
Billy does well on kickoffs. He almost went all the way up on Lawrence on the kickoff, and here again he needed one more block, and he didn't gone. But as a result of the penalty, we got decent field position here. Now let's see if we can take advantage. We got 3 minutes to go and plenty of time.
Yep, it's 3 minutes to go in the first half.
And we have all our timeouts left too, Tom.
And the score is 14-7 Tewksbury, but Wildcats have the ball in Tewksbury territory at the Tewksbury 49. Harrison with the pitch to O'Neill.
O'Neill carrying, made good yardage.
Steve O'Neill on the carry.
Mike Terode on the stop. Again, Terode pays for it by
Knocked out by
O'Neill
number 4,
giving a
Mike
good lick.
Terode.
It's the last game for Stephen, and he'd like to go out with a
Second
big
and
game.
1 for Wilmington.
I think you'll see O'Neill carrying again here.
He had a good year. He had almost 800 yards.
He did have it, yeah. Very good.
Fourth leading rusher in the league.
Yeah. And he made the second all-league team.
I think he should have made the first team, but
There's O'Neill going now.
there he goes. Big Ganner still on his feet. Finally brought down. That's the first down for the Cats.
We'll start using it. Timeout.
O'Neill on the carry for Wilmington. First down.
Let's go throw away 36 now.
Gotta start using them.
We're going to start the clock.
Start
Mike
using
Terode
them.
on the stop.
The ball's at the Tewksbury 33.
John! Timeout. John!
Harrison to O'Neill.
Keep your feet. O'Neill lacrosse puck. Wilmington should start using
Not much of
timeouts
a,
now.
game there.
They got them all left. We got 2 minutes to go.
Oh, there's a 2-minute warning anyhow, John. So they're gonna waive it. They're gonna keep it going.
O'Neill on the carry. Greg Noda on the stop for Tewksbury.
The officials have taken a timeout to straighten the clock out here. We don't have 2 minutes. We have We have 1 minute and 45 seconds is what we have.
Loss of about a yard by O'Neill, so it's 2nd down 11. Clock says 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the half. Again, the pitch for
Option
O'Neill.
pass.
He's gonna
Throwback.
Throw back to Harrison.
Look at Timmy, look at Timmy, look at Timmy.
Throw it out to
Gillis is wide open.
That was an option pass from Timmy O'Neill. From O'Neill to Dickie Gillis. We have the ball now on the 3-yard line. It was an option pass. Faked the pitch out. He faked the sweep with O'Neill, and O'Neill stopped and threw back to Gillis. It was a great call. I give the coaches credit for making that call. That was a good call. And it's got us down there where we're 2 yards away from a touchdown. And possibly a tie ball.
wait for that ball to come down.
Yeah, the ball was here a long time.
The ball's at about the 2 or 3. First down for the Cats. First and goal. Harrison with the keeper.
Get it.
On the left side.
Bootleg left for Harrison, he scores. Bootleg left for Harrison, he scores. It was a great little drive. They did it in about 1 minute and 45 seconds, and they had some great calls here.
Okay, Billy Harrison with the keeper. Bootlegs are on the left side.
How we can make this will be a tie ball game.
Let's see if Steven can get this one a little bit further over the crossbar than that first one.
Yeah.
Oh, the big play was, I don't even know if that was a broken play, John. It looked like he
No.
wanted to look for Harrison.
No, it was definitely a design play all the way. You could see it. Yeah. That's good. All right, we got a tie ball game.
Wilmington 14, Tewksbury 14.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly good game. The conditions have improved. Field drying up, and people seem to be moving a little better.
So with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half, we have a tie ball game, 14-14. Big play again was the handoff to Steve O'Neill, fake thrown back to Harrison, and long bomb to Richie Gillis, who I'm sure was counting his blessings while waiting for that ball to come down. That must have had icicles on the ball by the time it got to him.
It looked like one of those helium parade balloons down there in the Nazi parade.
But give Richie credit. He got the ball.
David DiPasquale kicked
Down inside the 5.
Next play, Harrison.
Legged it in over the left side, inside the pylon, and we got a tie ball game.
Yeah. The one thing we got to contain them deep here in this kickoff. We got to get some good tackling in here. Oh, good block.
Number 4.
Good bowling.
He's flipping it right there. Looked like it was a kick on the play, but no call.
This guy.
Mike Giroud on the return.
On the other side.
I got 52 minutes, so we're going to have to be in the prevent defense here.
Got 52 seconds left in the half, and
Steve Bertucci,
spot the ball.
David DiPasquale on the tackle for Wilmington.
Dave DiPasquale brought Giroud down, but the ball is going to be at the Tewksbury 43-yard line. They still have 52 seconds. Anything could happen here, John.
Watch the tight end. Tight end on the other side, John.
Speedster, number 2, Adorno is out there on the near side.
Drop.
Up the middle. Oh, smell it out. and
Great job.
Get on.
He read that draw beautifully.
Joe Mercer on the carry. Stop made by Tommy Burke.
Tommy Burke read that draw perfectly.
Timeout for Tewksbury.
Mercer's a big boy, and Tommy met him head on and put him down. 36 seconds left in the half, and the timeout on the field. We got a tie ball game, 14-14.
John.
The other two seniors that are not playing today, John, are J.I. Vadino and Jack Wolfen. And so
Yeah.
it's they're doing a great job out there without the three key men, Warford, Kerrigan, and Ianacino.
I think they're doing a tremendous job out there defensively. As I say, we've got Brent twice and on the flat. And, if we can rectify that at halftime, we should be in this ball game right up to the end.
Well, I like the way the Wildcats have come back twice. You know, they went down 7-0, came back, and down 14-7, came back. You like the spirit there.
You got Jamie Campbell replacing Carrigan as linebacker. Freshman in there. There it is.
Tell Berkey to loosen up. Tell Berkey to loosen up.
They better loosen up a little bit. Coming across them in VO. Kick and run.
He's scrambled out. He's going to be again.
Oh, come on. No.
He was close to being over the line of scrimmage.
Caught the ball.
Oh, Billy, that's terrible coverage.
Pass is complete.
Pass was complete.
Number 84, Carl Steer.
He looked like he was almost over the line of scrimmage, as you said, but apparently he wasn't.
Billy Harrison on the stop for Wilmington.
They're a good field position now.
Excellent play. Carode looking for his man, scrambling off to the left side. Got him.
Timeout for Tewksbury.
They got 25 seconds left in the half.
Right here, I'd have Tommy Burke blitzing.
Gas. Send Jamie.
Yeah, they're going to send Jamie.
You got to play back out of the backfield. If they come in that spread against
That
Gas.
throw says split to the near side, Sears on the far side. Again, Tewksbury in the shotgun. Carode back to pass.
Going along.
Lots of time.
Get up there.
Oh,
Good job.
Down coverage. What is he
Blocked
sitting?
down by,
Scott, he
Harrison.
stopped it.
Billy did a nice job covering it in, knocking the pass down. They got 19 seconds. Of course, you know they're going to throw again.
Go to the ball.
Plenty of time during that time for Carode to throw.
Yeah. As I say, he throws well.
Hey, watch the draw here.
Well, that clicked off a few more seconds. There's 19 seconds left in the half. It's a second and 10.
19 seconds left. We might go for a screen. Get the ball a little bit closer, okay? Close screen.
What's the tight end up the middle of the field?
Tight end's got to bang those ends.
Okay, we got two wide receivers again, and
He's
Carode
open, he's
back to
open.
pass. He's going to be... Richie Gillis! Richie can bring him down! Finally! Oh, yes, finally brought down. Gillis held
Nice
him.
job by Gillis.
The other guy to come in and get him.
Gillis had a nice sack in that one
Ricky
coming
Gillis
in from
with
his
a
in
sack for
position.
Wilmington, assisted by Brian Carroll.
You know why Richie got that sack?
Richie had him, and then Brian Carroll came over and finished him.
Timeout for Tewksbury.
Another
This will
9
probably be the last play of the half.
10 seconds left in the half, another timeout. Redmond are going aired ways all the way, John, here, looking for the big score for the half.
What you got to watch out for here now, every team has special plays for Thanksgiving Day games. You got to watch out for the hook and lateral here where they send
4 seconds
an
left in
end
the
out
half.
and they hit him quick, and then he pitches to a halfback who is outside him running down the sidelines, referred to as a hook and lateral.
And Wilmington's used that hook and ladder.
Wilmington's used it. Been used for years.
But I look for Adorno, number 2,
Probably come trips to the wide
didn't
side.
display somehow or other.
Put him a single.
The back got to cover the flat.
The clock says 4 seconds.
It's Chinchilla. It's his first
Jesus.
win outside linebacker.
Screen. Middle screen is the call up
The
there.
clock says 4 seconds now, John. I don't know if they reset it.
This is it. Just drop back deep. Drop back.
Billy!
Going the ball
back.
out there. Billy Harrison on the coverage. The interception. Billy bringing the ball down.
Intercepted by Billy Harrison. Down by Mike Carode. That's the half. Wilmington 14, Tewksbury 14.
We've got a 14 ball game.
All right. One of the problems Wilmington has here is that the
As a reminder,
defensive back, it's his first ball game in that
smoking is
position.
prohibited by Massachusetts law.
He's a little
Time on
confused
school
in his
property.
coverage,
No smoking, please.
and that has cost two touchdowns. Even though that the passes were shot, they resulted in long touchdowns.
First up,
Back
halftime show.
is going to be
Tewksbury Memorial High
talked to
School
during the
Band.
halftime, this defensive
Drum
back,
Major
and
Keith Lane, color guard captain
correct
Mr. Williams.
what he is doing wrong out there. And the one thing is, he's not reading the back out. It's his job to read the back out. If I say, if the back goes out, he's got to go out with him and cover him, which he's not doing. He's paying more attention to the man going in motion, sliding over with the man in motion, and not paying any attention to the weak side back coming out. So I'm quite sure Coach Sullivan will correct that at halftime. At least I hope he does.
And Corrado.
Okay, but we have ourselves a ball game here. It's been a very interesting game. Some big plays on both sides. And made the score tight, 14-14. Came after a tighter and more exciting game than that. Now let's talk about next year when the Wildcats go into the Cape Ann League.
Okay.
Most people don't know anything about that league. What do you know about it? How are we going to do there? What do you think our chances are in that league?
Well, let me say this. I have mixed emotions about him going that league, but I grew up in this league, played my high school days in this league, and coached in this league. However, being realistic, Wilmington has 620 kids in their school. When I coached it, it was 1,300. It's a move that had to be made. Now, don't think that it's going to be a walk in the park. I've seen these teams play. North Reading played on Saturday mornings, and I used to go over and watch the games at North Reading. I've seen Pentucket, I've seen North Andover. Physically, we're going to match up well with them. But they have some great coaches over there. North Andover has Coach Kavanagh, going to a Super Bowl for about the third time in that league. And incidentally, North Andover is the biggest school in Wilmington. But we're going in at the right time. We're going in with a solid sophomore group, some good freshmen, and some good juniors. So for 2 years in that league, we should be able to compete. We may not be the champions of the league, but we can compete in that league. And we're not going to take the physical pounding that we're taking from the Jempsons, the Lowells, and the biggest schools in our league. So my hat's off to the authorities of B for going into the league next year. It's going to be some long traveling, that's true.
Yeah, but the other important thing, John, is we're still going to keep the traditional Thanksgiving Day game with Tewksbury. As far as I know, Ruth had I heard a verbal agreement for the next 3 years.
Next year,
and
yeah.
You don't see us really losing that traditional game.
No. Well, it's been going since 1935, and over the years we've matched up fairly well, and as indicated today. Two young ball clubs doing a fairly good job. I will say Wilmington is short-handed and trying to make up for that, but maybe in the second half we get our running game going a little better with O'Neill. O'Neill hasn't run too bad on this first half. A lot of the yards he's made with just sheer power, plenty of leg drive, and his touchdown was a thing of beauty because he had 3 or 4 men had shots at him as he turned the corner and went in the end zone. My credit goes to Steve O'Neill. He's a fine running back, and one of the better backs we've had here over the years. But going into that league, as I say, we're going to have to do a lot of traveling, and they play an awful lot of night games in that league. Very few day games. I think North Reading's about the only team that's playing day games in that league now.
That is a team here. They have a large school and a small school division, I think.
Yeah, but we'll be in the largest schools if we go in there. We'll be against the Amesburys and the Newburyports. But
and this is for all sports now. All sports will be competing in that league.
that's right.
Basketball,
Yeah,
hockey.
it's a good move.
Right.
I would have liked to seen them make a concerted effort to get other small schools to come into the Merrimack Valley and have a large school, small school division here. Apparently that wasn't possible. There was a time when we had the small schools in here. We had 2 Vogue schools. We had Austin Prep in our league, but they subsequently left the league and went into other leagues. But even the Vogue schools, I've seen Shawshene Tech play this year, and they get some good ball players. In fact, there's 10 kids in Wilmington on that squad, and they play some good ball over there.
Coach Gillis
They
has
could come in.
done a good job there.
Yeah, very good.
Getting back to the Cape-Man League, is that, they dropping down a division? Is that Division 3?
We're dropping down 2 division, dropping down well, we're dropping down from Division 2 to Division 4 is what we're dropping.
Like you said, there's a lot of traffic involved, but right now we're going up to Haverhill, and that's a pretty good jaunt. And, so
Yeah,
I think Newburyport is the furthest one.
Newburyport, Amesbury, got to go to Hamilton, Wenham. That's a pretty good ride.
Nobody knows what the schedule is yet, right?
No, not yet, no. Of course, in football, it's played in the better time of the year, so to speak. But I feel sorry for the hockey teams and the basketball teams that have to travel that distance in a snowy January night.
I think it's a good move, and the football team is, the program is, look like it's picking up, and going to have, Coach Shannon's going to have a young baseball team. A lot of these football players, as a matter of fact, are on that baseball team. So they got their time in the last year on the baseball team. Richie Gillis and Harrison and all these kids are on that team. So they'll be veterans next year. And these kids that are playing today, sophomores and juniors, they'll be veterans of the football team.
Yeah.
So things bode well for the Wildcat program.
Well, I'd like to, I take my hats off to the coaches who have taken a lump over the last 2 years in this league. They've hung in there. They've done the best they could with the material they've had, and they're building for a future. And I think next year it'll bear fruit. And I'm looking forward to them going that league. I'm rather excited about it, as I said even before. As I say before, I have mixed emotions because I hate to leave a league that I say we grew up with. But be that as it may, I'm still looking forward to going in that league next year.
Okay, the players that are coming up, John, you mentioned Jamie Campbell, and we have this Mason boy coming up too, running back. How many touchdowns did he score this year?
Jamie Mason scored about 11 or 12 touchdowns. Very elusive runner. Very elusive runner. He gets to know the game a little better. And you're going to hear a lot of him. And he's a good defensive ball player, a solid tackler. One of the best tacklers we have in the squad today. And that includes the seniors are out here. He's done great job for us in the freshman level. Timmy Gillis is going to grow, and when he grows, he's going to be a lot better. Timmy Gillis is a smart quarterback. And I think that you'll see is that if he comes along, you could very well see Harrison go into the tailback spot next year. Harrison's a natural tailback. He was through Pop Warner, and I think if Gillis can come along and get the job done at quarterback, you may see Harrison back at the halfback spot. And you know what that'll do for you, too. Not only will he be able to run from there, Harrison could throw from that spot, too. So
It's nice to have a second quarterback, too. If Gillis does get, Teddy Gillis gets a start there. Also, Richie can play back there, too.
Oh, Richie can throw the long ball, but Richie's the ideal end, big, strong kid, still growing. And Campbell, they're probably 2 of the biggest ends in the league next year, in Campbell and Harrell. Both well over 6 feet tall, so
And Richie did a pretty good job this year as a defense, too. He's come a long way.
yeah, Richie's done good. Of course, as you know, we've always had Gillises here over the years, and one thing the Gillises were known for is the ability to hit and tackle.
And not bad.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is Tom Walsh and John Ritchie at the Alumni Field.
You're going to get a hot
Sure,
shot.
at that time is
Get one for yourself.
14. To summarize the scoring, Tewksbury Redmond scored first, 55-yard TD pass from Thoreau to Sear. That was with 45 seconds. John left in the first quarter. And then there was a 5-yard TD in by Steve O'Neill. Great personal effort by Steve. Took off a couple of lifting tacklers and bolted his way around the right side for a touchdown. And then Redmond, then again, Thoreau with a 1-yard run. This was following a big play by Adorno, about a 50-yard pass to Adorno, but actually Adorno did most of the work. Tiptoed down the right sideline, and then down a 1-yard took it in from here. And then Billy Harrison tied the ball game up. With about a minute left in the first half. And this was following a terrific play by O'Neill, halfback option, throwing it to Richie Gillis. A real rainbow, but Richie was wide open, and he gathered it in and brought it down to the 2-yard line. And then Harrison took it in from there. And the extra point was got by Steve O'Neill, and we had a tie ball game here. Right now we're watching the Tewksbury High marching band. And I think John and I have to take a little break and let you guys listen to this, and then the Wildcats marching band will be on.
Now it's time for Wheelington High marching band, under the direction of Barbara Meddy, color guard instructor Susan Zaire, percussion instructors Steve Pepe and Michael Bento. The band is led onto the field by drum majors Allison Murray, George Belafontaine. Today's halftime show opens with Prime Time Thomas, and from the movie Lion King, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, and The Circle of Life.
John, while we're waiting for the Wildcat marching band to line up and get ready, we can talk a little bit more about that league, I guess, K-Band League. Do you know any of the coaches up there?
The only coaches I know are Coach Cabinet from North Andover, and of course in Triton, a boy that used to play here at Wilmington. He's now the athletic director up at Portsmouth High. That's Danny O'Connell.
Danny O'Connell, yeah.
And
Another big name in Wilmington.
oh yeah. O'Connell all played well here. Most of them, you know, the one thing about Wilmington, they all play 3 sports here. You know, if you're playing basketball, hockey, football, or baseball, you'll look down the lineup and you'll see that same kid playing football on the basketball team and or maybe on the baseball team. So thank God we got a few athletes out of our 620 students here. And of course, our girl program have done well in this league and should do very well in this new league over the years.
I agree with it, but didn't Wilmington face North Andover girls?
That's correct. Yeah, they lost 1-0. Yeah.
Okay, here's the Wildcat marching band.
Incidentally, I'd like to say that Barbara Minnie does one terrific job with this band. Barbara is the band director and has been for quite a few years. want that card. Here. Take the card. I don't know if you get the ball. Get 2 copies. Cream and sugar, Tommy. Black and white, Tommy. One cream and sugar. One black. You know, Tom, we talk about the Wilmington injuries. Tewksbury also has a few boys out with injuries, and one in particular is a boy named Clark. I saw him in the Andover game, and he was very impressive. He's probably the fastest back on their squad, but apparently he has been out injured the last few ball games because he hasn't been in this game at all today. I do see him down in the field, though. I see his number down there. So that maybe he'll come back in the second half. I don't know. And look for the quarterback to do a little running in the second half. So I say he's a good running back, too. So he may be getting, he'll go back on that shotgun and run from the shotgun. So Wilmington has to be aware of that.
Right, John. I know the Tewksbury backfield is riddled with injuries. Besides Clark, I think Lloyd, too, is out. Okay, great job done by the Wilmington High Marching Band. John, I think the Tewksbury football team is getting serious here. They were running out in the field here when the Wilmington band was about halfway through their routine, so I think they're fired up coming out of the locker room.
Well, there's two reasons. Maybe to fire them up, but 2 reasons. A very cold day, and you can tighten up awful fast in the half time. So he's got him out here loosening up, stretching, which is a good idea because you can get injured pretty easily if those muscles aren't stretched out on a cold day like today.
Yeah, the Wildcat team is doing the same.
Wilmington, of course, are doing the same thing in the other field.
The red ribbon you can tie to your car to support the Wilmington High School Students Against Drunk Driving. I have another announcement. Immediately after the game, we'll be awarding the Charlie Hazel and Larry Cushing Memorial Elk Award. It will be given to the winning team. It will be presented by Dan Sullivan at midfield. Goes to the winning team. And also, please, at the souvenir area at the front gate, we have megaphones at the popcorn stand for the Wilmington boosters.
You know, John, it's surprisingly a pretty good crowd here for a really cold, bitter cold day. We were down here early setting up at about 7 o'clock, 7:30, and it was freezing here. There was ice all over the stands, and even now it's going on to 11:30, and it's still pretty darn cold. It's a pretty good crowd here.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly good crowd. Apparently they waited till the last moment to come into Alumni Field, but they're here, and they're surrounding the end zones just like every year. I think, Tom, that Tewksbury's a little surprised at the fact that Wilmington moved the ball against them. You well know that Wilmington lost handily to Methuen, and Tewksbury had no problems with them. So I think they're coming in here and thought it'd be kind of an easy task today, but they're finding it a little difficult. Outside of the short passes, Wilmington has done well to contain them.
You can pick up your winnings down near the booster shack. And we thank you very much.
Same you, Dick. Good. Kids are doing all right out there. Hey, Dickie.
He's a brave young man.
Hey, Flam. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Buddy?
Wilmington will receive as Tewksbury to... No, I think Tewksbury will receive. Tewksbury to third after winning the toss.
Yeah, we got the ball at the opening of the game.
So Wilmington will be kicking off to Tewksbury.
How are you? Good. Hey, Bob. How's it going? Not bad? Good job.
Thank you.
Where's our clock
Okay, we're just moments away from second half action. Again, the score at halftime is 14-14. Tewksbury scored first, 55-yard touchdown pass from Terode to Sear. Wildcats tied up. Steve O'Neill running in from 5 yards out. Tewksbury again went ahead. Terode a 1-yard run following Alex Adorno's great run. And Billy Harrison tied up a 3-yard run following big pass play between O'Neill and Gillis.
All right, they're not back too deep here. They're back about the 25. I hope he gets a good long kickoff. If he could drive this down and around the end zone, he'd be in good shape.
Oh, okay, D. Pasquale about to kick it off for the Cats. Bounces away from Terode.
Ball a handle. Get on it.
It went out of bounds.
Ball went out of bounds. I think Wilmington.
Big break right off the start of the second half. Big break by the Wildcats. That ball just skipped away from Terode. And he must have touched it, John, because the Wildcats pounced on it.
He definitely touched it. Touched it, and it almost went out of bounds. Thank you, Tom.
Billy Harrison on the recovery for Wilmington.
Billy Harrison, Mr. Everything, covered
For
it.
the Wildcats.
Okay, let's see where they're going to spot this ball.
Big break for Wilmington here.
Okay, the ball is going to be at the Tewksbury 23-yard line. Where it's first and 10 for the Wildcats.
Jamie Campbell's at fullback.
Jamie
The
Campbell
up back
and
in the eye.
O'Neill in the backfield. Harrison with a handoff to Campbell.
Jamie Campbell.
Jamie picks up a couple
Jamie
yards.
Campbell on the carry for Wilmington.
I think that's a good call, Tom, because they're definitely keying O'Neill here, and they gave the ball to the up back, Campbell,
76, Jason Sullivan.
the freshman, and he got to about 3 or 4 yards.
Definitely keen on O'Neill. Give Campbell the ball a couple of times and keep him honest. Keep that defense honest. Pickup of 3 by Campbell, so it's second down and 7.
Campbell's a little confused.
Yeah, O'Neill's telling him what the play is, I think. And Campbell with the ball. He gets a break. Nice little run by Campbell.
Little counter with Campbell.
Campbell on the carry again for Wilmington.
We got an official down the field.
We got an official that's hurt down
I don't know
here.
what happened there.
Stop made by Chris Maxwell, Jason Sullivan, and a timeout on the field.
I don't know what happened to the official, whether he got hit or he fell. Or...
He had an official timeout because one of the officials is down and out in the field. So with 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter, The score is 14-14. Tewksbury and Wilmington all locked up here in Tewksbury on Thanksgiving Day. Wildcats have the ball following a flubbed up kickoff by Tewksbury. Wildcats pounced on it, and they got the ball. They got the 3rd down and 7. Ball is inside the 20-yard line at about the 17-yard line of Tewksbury. And now the official is getting up. Hopefully he's still going to be okay.
But the thing is, they can't stand it so much.
It's all right now, huh?
Yeah, he's up and running around. No idea what happened, John. Okay, big play here, John. 3rd down and 5.
All right, you got to go to O'Neill.
Gotta go to O'Neill, huh? No,
he's gonna
Harrison
throw.
back to pass.
He's got him.
Got Campbell. Oh, he's got Carroll. He's going to be short of a 1st down.
Pass is complete from Harrison to Brian Carroll.
Carroll made a nice grab on that. It was a low throw.
Yeah. Here's your big play coming up right now.
Yeah, it's about a 3-yard pickup, so it's 4th down and 2.
Tell him if you can run it.
A long 2. Ball is right at the 15-yard line. Wildcats going for it. Again, Campbell and O'Neill in the backfield. Timmy Devlin splits to the near side.
They're jammed up in tight. He's got to come wide. They're
Oh,
offside.
Wilmington jumped, Tewksbury jumped offside, it looks like.
It looked like
Unless they would
Tewksbury.
drop it.
Touchdown on the play.
Should be offsides. I didn't see that the Wilmington lineman moved.
No, I didn't either.
They can't screw us on this one.
Sorting it all out here. Nobody's made any indication what's going on. Oh, now they're saying it's against Wilmington.
me, they jumped!
Wilmington coach has been like that up
It'll
here.
be 4th and 6.
Coach Sullivan is
So he can
is
center the
irate.
ball. That's why he centered the ball.
Oh,
Oh,
Coach
that's a
Sullivan is
bad
irate.
call. The center saw the Tewksbury man come offside, snapped the ball, and they said he moved the ball. The center.
Hey, get off the field, Scott. Get them off the field.
It's too bad when the game has to be hinged around a poor call like that.
Well, they teach the center
Timeout for Wilmington.
to snap that ball. If they see somebody on the defense come offside, then they immediately snap the ball
Absolutely, yep.
to get the 5-yard penalty. And that's just exactly what he did.
Unless he got back in time. Did he get back in
No,
time?
he didn't get back in time.
John.
Okay, so now the Cats have a 4th and 7 instead of a 4th and 2. And we got about 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We're all tied up 14-14 here at Alumni Field. And John, we haven't won a home game in this series since 1984. It's been 10 years. I think we're well overdue.
What's the problem?
We haven't won. Yeah, that's true. 94 was the last time we won there.
We got a good one here, 14-14. What do you think is going to happen here, John? What do you think?
Definitely going to have to. You're either going to throw the ball around the draw, and they're packed up in
They're
there
packed
pretty
up
tight.
tight.
So I
They're
don't
looking
think-
on
I don't
Keane
think
on
you see the
O'Neill.
draw.
No, Harrison's back to pass. Knocked down. Ball's knocked down.
You know, that's too bad because Carroll was open on about
Pass
the
is
10-yard
incomplete,
line
knocked
there.
down by number 78. George Rogers
unfortunate.
be first down for
That was
Tewksbury.
one time when Billy's height was at a
That's true.
disadvantage.
He just didn't get up. But that offside call
Yeah, that was a bummer.
was a questionable call.
So Tewksbury will have their first chance in the second half.
Got to contain him down here. You got him deep down here now. You got to hold him down here. You got to tackle. You got to lock up too.
First down for the Redmen at their own 20.
Here he comes.
Hand off to Adorno on this side here.
Philip fell down.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag in the play.
That's going to be against Tewksbury.
It has to be against Tewksbury.
That's a make-up call.
Now it's
John.
Adorno on the carry. Got that on by Silver Tucci.
I think so.
Flag down.
Holding against
The
Tewksbury.
holding
Yeah.
call against Tewksbury.
Yeah, he did hold him, John. He was blocking him, but he was also holding him.
Stash, they're going to come back with the Bucks with the Bucks. You're going to have to, you might have to put Tony Burke on the right side.
So the first big chance of the second half by the
This is,
went to the Wildcats, but they couldn't capitalize, and a questionable call really put a damper on their drive.
We got Steve O'Neill. This is the first time. I think he's playing on the head. This is the first time he's played a nose guard in high school. This is necessitated by the one of the varsity kids not being able to participate today.
Okay, big play by Tewksbury here.
He moved! The tight end!
And a draw play.
Get in.
He's met there.
It's not
Nice
enough.
play by was that Campbell?
Now, what you got to watch out for? They
Jamie Campbell on the
got
tackle
a
for
big
Wilmington.
tight end by the name of Schmidt.
Carried by Joe
He
Mercer.
just comes out in the middle. They'll throw him a little pop pass. He's a big kid, and he's got fairly
down and
decent
20.
hands. And they got to chug him or hold him up on the line of scrimmage. Don't let him get into the secondary.
I think we can see his number come up pretty soon, John, because they haven't
Yeah.
used him the whole first half.
We haven't thrown him at all.
And he can run with the ball once he gets. He's a big boy. Okay, Terode looking
Watch
over
that
the
end up
defense.
there. He can slide right out here.
Terode again rolling out.
Under!
Oh, Richie Gill's had him. That's grounding.
Good job. Good job.
Incomplete.
Richie Gill's put the pressure on Terode, and he had to throw the
We
ball.
had Jamie Campbell in there. We had Steve O'Neill coming from a nose position. I hope Stevie's all right. He's limping a little bit.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 20, John. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. All tied up, 14-14.
Okay, you got to watch out for a screen here. Got to watch out for the screen out there.
Back out of the backfield. Number 2. Key number 2. Key number 2. Key number 2.
Okay, again, Terode back.
Turn
He's
around,
looking for number 84. Oh boy, that was close to the bump there, John, but they didn't call anything. Go for the ball.
Phil Ritucci on the defense for Wilmington.
Phil Ritucci
Okay,
got it
now.
all the way. He was right stuck right.
Wilmington's got a block team. They'll put it in right now, I'll tell you. They'll put one man deep, and that'll be Billy Harrison. They'll go for the block here.
In the Draker game, that came out big. They had a big block punt down by the Draker.
Exactly.
He gets a good kick. Let's just block.
As long as they don't touch the kicker here, you got to be careful going in here.
Should have good field position here.
Especially
Billy
a
Harrison.
slippery day, you could slide right into the kicker. You got to go. Oh,
Other side, Billy, other
wait
side.
a minute.
Other side, Billy.
They're going after him.
Why did he come up?
What the hell
Okay,
is he
Harrison
doing?
didn't even bother to touch it. They're going to let it go there, and it's the Wildcats will have good field position, John. It's inside the 40-yard line of Tewksbury.
Supposed to send everybody. They didn't get anything.
First down from the Tewksbury 39.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tewksbury
He's
39.
playing fake. Everybody else is going. The kick, he hasn't been kicking well anyhow. So I think he's
Well, Tewksbury gained yardage there by Wilmington not having a man deep. Everybody went for the block. They had nobody deep. As a result, Tewksbury gained fairly good yardage on the kick. They got a decent kick away.
Harrison with the handoff to O'Neill. Steve
goes
keeps
O'Neill.
his footing. Steven gets good yardage. Finally brought down by
Steven made that on his own.
O'Neill on the carry for Wilmington.
I think his leg is tightening up.
Mike
though.
Terode on the stop.
I think
For the Red
Steve
Wings.
has a leg cramp here.
Steve is down on the ground.
There's
Looks like
timeout on the
he's
field.
right, John.
Yeah, I think he's got a leg cramp. And that's why it's so important to stretch out at halftime on a day like today. Loosen those muscles up.
Steven has had trouble with his legs all season, so it doesn't surprise me that they're stiffening up on him today. But Steve's run was enough for a first down. See, we're inside the 30-yard line. It's at about the 28, 27-yard line of Tewksbury.
Tell Dog to get over. Tell Dog to get over to him. Tell Timmy Gillis, get ready. Where's Timmy Gillis?
Okay, Steve is up. He's walking gingerly on that leg, but I think he's going to be all
He'll
right.
come out for a play.
Yeah, sure. He's a tough kid. He'll be back.
Timmy's going in at...
Number 7, Timmy Gillis going in as quarterback.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll go in as a wideout here.
You're right, because Harrison.
Okay, Billy Harrison has the play from Jerry Sullivan.
What, 40?
And number
Yeah,
7,
they get
Timmy Gillis,
Devlin in
splits to
there.
the near side.
Timmy Devlin.
Throw him the ball. I throw him the ball. I think your problems are more with themselves than with us.
Harrison with a handoff to
Jamie
Campbell. Not much of a gain there
Campbell on the
by
carry.
Campbell.
All right, Stevie go back in. O'Neill's going back in the ball game.
George
Gillis
Rogers
back in.
from the stop for
Gillis is
Devlin.
out. Timmy Gillis. Steve is limping a little bit, John.
Yeah, he's had problems all year long with that leg.
Okay, Richie Gillis splits to the near side. And Devlin to the far side. Harrison looking for Devlin.
got
Got him! Oh! Just drops the ball. Harrison laid it in there beautifully.
Pass intended for Timmy Devlin.
That was a
Incomplete.
slant in the
Third
Devlin
and 9.
right in his hands. Hit him in a bad spot.
Well,
I don't think
defender-
he had the first down. Devlin is real quick.
He
He
could have had some
gone all the
fiber.
way, yeah.
But I think a defender might have went out in front of him, John. Might have blocked his view a little bit, but it was a well-thrown ball by Harrison.
Right on the third down.
3rd and 10 now for the Cats.
Here's a spot for your draw right here. Oh, Gillis is in
Gillis
there.
in the backfield.
Gillis is going to throw the ball.
Yeah, you're right, John. There he is. Back to
Back.
Harrison.
Oh,
There, Gillis got running room. Good play. First down for the Cats.
Straight through.
Stephen clipped him.
Pass is complete from Ricky Gillis to Billy Harrison.
There's a clip on the play.
No flag on the play.
He didn't have to touch it. O'Neal clipped him. He was popped and he backed off.
Looks like a clip on
O'Neal
Wilmington.
clip.
Didn't have to.
Illegal block behind it.
That's
Illegal
unfortunate because
block against Wilmington.
that was a throwback from Dickie Gillis to Harrison. And it went a long ways. In fact, it went down to about the 8-yard line. But that's a spot foul, so it's going to come back.
From the point of infraction, from the
Yeah,
point of
that's
the
a spot foul.
penalty.
It's going to come back probably to the 25-yard line.
He didn't have to touch it.
What the hell? That's 11.
Right on the line.
That's 11 steps.
Okay, so they're going to spot the ball at the Tewksbury,
Harrison?
No,
about the 18-yard line, 17-yard
all
line.
right, so we're still in pretty good shape here.
So we got 3rd and about a yard, John.
They're gonna measure.
They're going to make a measurement. It's close enough to make a measurement. So that penalty must have happened just right where Billy got pushed out.
Right. You know, that's fortunate too, because in years gone by, you go back to the preceding spot,
Right,
which
yep.
have
It'll be 3rd and
Like
short.
last
for
game.
Wilmington.
disastrous. But now they've changed that from a spot of infraction, which you
No, tell him to go on one.
got a yard to
Tell him
go.
to go on one.
Why didn't go first?
No, because we're going to go off sides.
Okay, 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. It's all tied up here at Alumni Field, 14-14. Wildcats are on
We've
the
got
march.
shot yardage here. You're going to see Wilmington go in a quick snap here, and then they're going to. And it should be O'Neal. It should be O'Neal.
O'Neal is a lone setback.
They're jammed up in the middle. They're jammed up in there.
Campbell is split to the near side and Devlin to the far side.
Quick pitch out here, he'd go. They're jammed up. It's going to be difficult. No, He took it.
Harrison.
I think Harrison
Kept
might have
it.
made
Billy
it.
Harrison on a keeper.
I think he made it.
Tackled inside by
All
number
depends where they
76,
spot that
Jason
jump
Sullivan.
ball, where they spot the ball, John.
I think he made it.
They got to have another measurement. This is close.
But they were jammed right up in there. It was very difficult. If he didn't make it, he didn't miss it by much, I'll say that much. He made it.
They got it by
He
half
made it by
football.
half a
First down
football.
for the Wildcats.
First and 10 for the Wildcats at the Tewksbury 17.
It was.
Wildcats have had the possession of the ball almost the whole third quarter, John.
Yeah, as a result of that recovery in the kickoff.
Exactly.
It was total. He didn't have to do it.
Okay, again, Campbell and
No,
O'Neill in the
he was-
backfield.
trust me, I was watching Steve. He was literally pushing him in the back. But then when the runner got the ball,
Devlin goes in motion.
he pulled back.
Oh, why didn't he snap the ball in?
O'Neill with the ball. Gets away from one man. Finally brought down. Gets
Steve
over the
O'Neill on a
15.
carry.
Inside the
Tackled there by
15-yard
number
line.
53, Chris Maxwell.
Look, that leg
Gonna
is...
spot the ball at about the 12 or 13, John.
Yeah.
He's limping again. Yeah, he's having trouble with those hamstrings. Pick up about 5 yards for Steve, and it's second down and 5. This time Gillis to the near side splits out, and Carroll to the far side. Harrison
Oh, fake draw.
got running room. Now he throws.
Sergeant went.
Looked like the pass is intended for
I don't know
Devlin.
what that was. It
Pass is incomplete from Billy Harrison.
looked like he was going to run. They just let these guys out of the farm. Well, we got third down. Big play.
Okay, it's timeout
Wilmington.
Wilmington with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Now this is a big play, John, coming up. It's third down, and they say 7, but it looks like about 5 or 6 to me. What do you think's going to happen here?
On that last play, Tom, I don't know if it was a misassignment, but there was nobody in the area where he threw the ball.
The closest guy I thought was Devlin.
I thought he could have continued on running the ball.
Steve O'Neill seems to be having some trouble with that leg, John. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
how much longer they're going to be able to keep him in there. He's running a little bit better now, but that seems to be stiffening up on him. You looked up for them to go to O'Neill here, or maybe a quick opener to Gillis?
Well, I thought the last time they were going to run a draw.
They haven't done that yet.
They haven't done it yet, and they're not going to do it here either. They don't run out of the divide. Well, we're in a pro set here, so it almost looks like he's going to throw here.
They got 2 minutes here. We should be able to go like that. Wide dive.
Harrison with a long count.
Oh, he's down.
Lost his footing.
Harrison's had trouble all day of slipping.
Billy Harrison on a keeper. Tackled there by number 55, Scott Haddad.
Well, that brings up a different situation altogether. Now they lost the 4 yards, and that's 4th down and 10, 4th down and 9.
Okay, I think what you'll see now is him probably coming back with a bootleg, with the bootleg catch with Harrison bootlegging and
Bootlegging around the
try
right
to
side.
hit. Yeah, I think it'll be left.
Watch the blitz. Watch the blitz.
Okay, Campbell and O'Neill in the backfield. Harrison,
That's a bootleg.
one around
Throw
the
the
left
ball.
side. Got a man there. Oh, tremendous play by Perot. Tremendous play by
Pass
Perot.
interference for Richie Gillis is incomplete.
They got their feet
First
mixed
down
up down
for
there.
Redmond.
The pass is thrown all right, but Dickey got his feet mixed up and was incidental tripping, so Tewksbury takes over.
Perot stuck his hand in there and knocked it away. It was a nice
Yeah,
play.
he did, yeah.
So this Wildcat drive fizzles, but they had the ball a long time. And Tewksbury will take over at their own 18-yard line.
Sooner or later, they're going to hit the tight end out here.
Keeping the ball on the ground. Ball going to Mercer again.
That's a little counter they ran it, and he ran it well.
Mercer picks
Picked
up
up
about
good yardage.
7 or 8 yards.
Mercer on the carry for Tewksbury. Stopped there by number 20, Billy Harrison. 2nd and 1.
And they give him a 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Okay, Mercer's a lone setback. Oh, there's 2 setbacks, sorry.
Get up in there, get
They
up.
give it to Adorno. He's hit at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know. I think they stopped him. I think they got third.
They had him stopped, but they kind of fell forward.
Alex Adorno on the carry. Stop made by Tommy Burke, number 74.
76 for Tewksbury. That's 78. George Rogers flipping around on that gimpy ankle. Tewksbury can't afford to lose Rogers, John. He's limping around out there. So they stop him. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Big play.
Very big play here.
Stacking it. Jamie's got to get there tight.
Keeper by
I think he
Terode.
made
I think he got it.
Mike Terode on a keeper.
I know, John, for 2 teams that have had a lot of trouble on turnovers all year, this, 2 teams that have had a lot of trouble with turnovers, it's been a pretty good game for
Exactly.
especially with the conditions here.
Exactly. The big turnover, of course, it wasn't exactly a turnover, was the muffing of the kickoff by Tewksbury early in the 3rd quarter, which gave Wilmington a decent field position.
Yeah, and that was
They just made this
First
first
down for the
down.
Redmond.
that was Terode. That ball bounced in front of him and it just took like a right angle towards the sideline. And nobody was more surprised than he was the way that ball reacted.
You're right. And I thought it was actually going out of bounds, but Wilmington was quick enough to get down that area.
That's one of the fun things about football. The shape of that ball makes funny things happen.
You gotta protect against this bomb, though. I'd say he impressed me throwing in the first half.
Terode keeps the ball on the ground. There goes Mercer. Puts his head down. Finally brought down
Starting
by
to run off
Harrison.
that left side right now, Tewksbury is, and making eating up some big chunks of yardage right
Mercer
there
on the
on
carry.
that
Stop
side.
made by 20, Billy Harrison.
First down by the Redmond.
They're going
Terode
right
again.
back in
Hand
there
off to
again.
Mercer. He's tripped up. Falls forward for about 4 yards.
Mercer on the carry.
Period's coming to a close, and I must say,
Tripped up by number 56,
for
Pat
2
Finn.
young ball clubs, they've handled themselves pretty well out there this morning.
Been a good game. Interesting game. A lot of big plays. Tewksbury has a 2nd and 6 at their 44. We have a timeout.
At the end of the 3rd quarter with a score, Wilmington 14, Tewksbury 14.
3rd quarter comes to an end, and we still have the tie ball game, 14-14. So the Wildcats had their chances in that quarter, John, but they didn't capitalize.
They certainly did. Billy having trouble, Billy Harrison having trouble keeping his feet. It's hurt him a little bit. Seems to be sliding
around more than the other ball carriers. O'Neal had strong leg. He's running well. A couple of times that Jamie Campbell ran the ball, he ran decently too. He's a freshman in there, and this is quite a thrill for a freshman to be playing in a Thanksgiving Day game against our arch rival Tewksbury. But those are names that you're going to hear in the future. Campbell, Gillis's, Masons, a few more of them. A boy named Carrigan is a good hitter. He's not playing today, but he's a solid football player. And he'll be back in there next year. Carrigan, of course, was the other running back with Stevie O'Neal. And Carrigan is a hard runner. He picks up tough yards for you.
And Sean has a
really
very bad leg bruise, very deep bruise, so he's... If there's any way that he could play, he would have played today, Sean Kerrigan would have.
Yeah.
But Jamie Campbell, I have to give him a world of credit. You know, everybody has butterflies beginning of the game. He must have had bats in his stomach just thinking about getting the start today. Okay, here's the first play of the fourth quarter. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Redmen.
Don't slide with him.
Hand off to Mercer again. He's finally knocked down by Billy Harrison.
I'll tell you that one thing, though.
Mercer took a swipe at
Harrison is playing one great defensive ball game, both in the secondary and coming up and making the tackle. The personal foul against Tewksbury.
Well, you know, he took a swing at Harrison, John, and that's usually calls for an expulsion from the game, doesn't it?
It should. I didn't see it, but if you saw it,
I did. I saw it. That's what the flag was for.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago when Lightfoot took a swing at Billy Carrigan, and they kept Lightfoot in the game, and probably turned the game around because Lightfoot was definitely.
If you remember, that game was at Tewksbury.
Yeah, that's right. And everybody was screaming for him to get thrown out.
During
a regular season game, he would have got thrown out.
I tell you, Tewksbury's a little frustrated right now.
I think you're right.
They're having trouble running against this Wilmington Young defense, and it's showing now. They are frustrated, and I think that's costing them the personal foul. All right, what do we got? We got 3rd down and long yardage. You got to watch his back come out here. Somebody's going to get burned here. Stay back over here. Stay over here. He's coming
Adorno in motion, and Thoreau's looking for him. He's got him out the flat. Harrison brings him down. No, he's still on his feet. Gets away. Finally pushed out of bounds.
Oh, they had him stopped, and he picked the 1st down up. That's too bad.
Alex Adorno.
That's what I say. You got to lock up on your tackle.
Knocked out of bounds by Doug Costa.
Costa finally knocked him out of bounds. I thought he was going to go all the way.
That would have forced him to kick.
But they still got a 4th down.
That's the little dumb pass I talk about, and they throw it out.
That was enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, 1st down.
Yeah, he knows. He has no idea what he's doing. He had no idea what he was doing. Don't tell him this shit.
Oh, the Redmen are in Wilmington territory. And they're going to get this guy.
They got him for a loss. He ran a counter back to the weak side, and he got thrown for a loss.
That's about a 5-yard loss.
Bobby.
It's Adorno. Adorno had no place to go.
Jamie Campbell, Michael Steele on the top. Alex Adorno on the carry.
Again, Jamie Campbell coming up with a big play.
2nd and 15.
Boy, they had Tewksbury way back there, John. They let them get away with that play.
Yeah, they got to let him off the hook.
Yeah, draw screen.
They'll definitely throw here.
Okay,
A little confused in the backfield here. They're running out of the eye.
Tewksbury lined up in the eye.
Yeah,
Look for a pass play. Oh, it's a hand. Oh, there he goes, the old
flea flicker.
flea flicker. Nobody's on. Terode finally throws out to number 41.
Luckily, he had fallen down because there was a
Brown
maneuver in the middle.
It's only 10 yards deep.
3rd and 9.
Do you know what I mean?
Good now.
He had plenty of time, but couldn't find anybody open. He threw out to safety man Bradley. But it's a 3rd down and 9. You got to stop him here, John, for sure.
Yeah. Well, Devlin's going into the game now. You better get out of there before.
It's about 8 minutes left in the ball game. We're all tied up 14-14. Tewksbury and Wilmington.
They got a timeout, I think.
Ask him if he knows when the flats are.
The conference out here with the officials. I don't know what's going on. What's happening here, John? What are they
I don't know what they're conferring about. They're conferring with Tewksbury anyways.
They should be going anyhow.
As far as we know, it's a 3rd down and 9. The officials are conferring there. Now the referee's going over to talk to the
Something to do with
Tewksbury
marking of the ball.
coaches. We're just going to have to wait and find out how, after they sort this out, see what's going on. At any rate, we've got 8 minutes left in the ball game. And Tewksbury probably has the biggest play of the ball game coming up here. They have 9 yards to go for a 1st down. They were in deep trouble. They had about 20 yards to go, but the big play, Adorno got out of the grasp of a couple of Wilmington defenders and picked up some big yardage for a 1st down. Wilmington's held them in check here for this series. Redmond have 9 yards to go for a 1st. Still don't know what that was all about, but looks like we're ready for a 3rd down play.
All I can see, they moved the ball back 2 or 3 feet.
Okay.
Placement of the ball. Other than that, I have no idea. They're going to give him some coverage in the secondary here. Now don't throw back. They're going to throw back. Stay over there.
Thoreau
Here he
got
is,
the
right
pass.
out.
He's got the man out in the flat. And that's close to a 1st down. I
Didn't
think.
make it.
Just short, John.
That's the back out. And he's got to take him.
Pass is complete.
That shot. He
That's
didn't
also
make it.
Right to road. Matt Petro stopped there by Billy Harrison.
All
I
depends
said
on where they
before the
spot
game
this.
that that's what they do all day is throw out the flats, and that's just what they have done. Now they're going to stop him here. It's very short yardage.
It's only about a half a yard to go for a 1st. They'll be going for this one.
Timeout for the Redmen.
Oh, Tewksbury takes a timeout with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in the ball game. 14-14 Barnstormer here. Real good game. Fun to watch. Both teams not having exceptionally good years, but they're playing for pride. And nice to see this Wildcat team coming up and lost 3 of their starters. And Jamie Campbell coming in to do a good job offensively and defensively. You can see that he's not sure of the plays, John.
No,
But
no,
they're moving him around and directing him and whispering in his ear and tell him, Jamie, don't worry about it. Just don't jump off sides and don't move before the snap. And he's been able to do a good job. And on defense, he makes some hits.
Actually, Jamie's only had 3 days to work with him. Had a freshman game last Saturday, and then he worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the varsity. So you can't expect too much out of a freshman under those conditions. But he's a tough little kid and doing a good job in there today. Okay, they got to jam up that middle here. But I think this will go be another quarterback sneak. Got to get up in there, Jamie.
Thoreau looking
He
over
could
the
throw in
defense.
this too, you know.
Yeah, they might do this quick opener thing.
No,
Thoreau's keeping it.
that's
He slips
backward
and he
motion.
keeps his footing.
I thought that halfback was in motion before
Mike
the
Thoreau
ball
on the
was snapped.
keeper. 1st down for the Redmen.
Number 61, Greg Noda for Tewksbury, is rubbing him in.
Stop made inside by number 33, Steve O'Neill.
So Tewksbury comes up with a big 1st down. Ball is spotted just inside the 35-yard line of Wilmington. Mercer is a lone setback. And he gets the
Right
ball.
here, come up there.
He's hit.
That's it.
Still on his foot, but he's finally brought down. No gain.
All right, they stopped it for no
Mercer on the
gain.
carry.
Still got to lock up in those tackles, though.
Tommy Burke, Michael Toole on the stop for the Wildcats.
Is Schmidt out there, John? I haven't seen his number. His number 99, Schmidt.
I haven't seen him out there today either.
I don't know if he's injured or not, but this is definitely a throwing down. Now, they got to get that back out all day.
Second down and
Devlin's got
10.
to get out. Devlin's got to get out there.
Theroux back to pass. Play action.
Turn around.
Goal. Nice play by Ritucci. Great play by Phil Ritucci.
Tucci did a nice job there.
Intended for Carl Ford, knocked down by Phil Ritucci.
Too much time. They gave Theroux too much time there. And
They'll fall again. See if we can get a little more pressure on the quarterback this time.
Phil Ritucci turned just in time to swat that ball down. Now we got a 3rd and 10 for the Redmen.
I'm quite sure this will be something that's specially designed for this game. 3rd down, long yardage, big play. Now he's in a shotgun here.
Yep, Tewksbury's
He got
working on
very
the
well
shotgun.
run from the shotgun.
Oh, the receiver fell down. Just fell right
The
down.
receiver fell down.
Pass intended for Sears, incomplete.
They should be punting.
10.
I can't see them throwing from here. I can't see them giving the ball up here. They should be punting.
Receiver just fell right down. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
he slipped out there.
4th and 10. The ball's at the Wilmington 35.
Yeah, they're gonna punt.
Matt Murray to kick for the Redmen.
Number
Billy
51.
Harrison back deep to
Matt
receive.
Murray
back,
going
Billy.
to punt. Harrison back in single punt return formation. Uh-oh, here's the fake. Look at this play. Theroux. Oh, what? Great play. It's a
A
touchdown.
beautifully designed play.
Great play by
Beautifully designed play. Pitch back. It
Mark
was
Bradley on
a
the
great
reception.
call.
Touchdown for the Redmen. Mike Theroux with the throw.
41, Bradley took the toss and trick play. Puts the Redmen on top, 20-14. Okay, so it's 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in the
Pitch
ball game.
forward and
Three
pitch
goes ahead.
back and they free flicker and hit his man.
Bradley, number 41, Mark Bradley was on the
Mike Theroux
reception.
trying for the extra point.
Trick play, 35-yard trick play, paid off for the Redmen. Extra point attempt is blocked. Can't be advanced by the offense.
The kick is blocked.
Okay. 20-14. As I said, they'd come up with a gimmick play for this game, and they sure did, and it worked well.
The score now, Tewksbury 20, Wilmington 14.
He was wide open, Bradley, and boy, that was a great play and caught the Wildcats flat-footed. But they've come back twice, and they're going to have to do it again, John. They got 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in this ball game. They've done it twice. They can do it one more time, get the extra point, and win.
Right,
Simple as that.
but as you say, neither team is playing for any championship, so down on the 35-yard line, you had to expect something different in a game like this.
Yeah.
And they should have been prepared for it. However, they weren't, and it cost them dearly.
Okay, Theroux will be kicking off to Harrison, Devlin, and
Back deep, Billy Harrison, Tim Devlin, Sean Crowley.
Crawley.
This kid kicks off pretty well. I don't know if he's back quite deep enough. He is.
It's going to come down to Billy
Well,
Harrison.
slip.
Fumbles it. Billy makes a nice
He did
return
real
out
well,
of it.
Billy Harrison on the return for Wilmington.
Harrison runs it out to about the 31 or 32, where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Back up there by number 22, Ryan Collins, number 42, Dan Clark.
Harrison comes out of the, no, excuse me, that was number 70 coming out of the game. Mike O'Toole.
All right, we need a sustained drive here now. We're Back in the eye.
Okay, Devlin goes in motion. Harrison with the flip out to O'Neill. Finally gathers it in. Stephen eludes one tackler. Maybe gets back to line of scrimmage.
Trying to run away from motion.
And George Rodman.
Tewksbury's fired up after that touchdown. Maybe they'll get a little bit too over anxious, John, and we could pop some over the middle there. Okay, this time the Wildcats line up in the eye. O'Neill behind Campbell. Handoff goes to Campbell. Jamie got
big yardage there.
Jamie Campbell on the carry
They got about 4 or 5, John.
for the Wildcats.
Jimmy picked up, what should I say, that's still keying O'Neill, so
By number 55, Scott Haddad.
anytime Campbell gets the ball,
3rd and 4.
it makes a few yards.
Bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Cats.
We've only got a little over 4 minutes. I don't think you'll see Wilmington kicking the ball either.
Game's on the line here. Oh, Tewksbury thought O'Neill picked up, and Stephen just takes the pitch out. And,
I thought he was moving there.
well, he picked up his head, John. I don't know.
O'Neill on the carry.
That's
I got
what they
short
saw.
yardage, so I think you'll see them go for it.
Joe Mercer on the stop.
It's about a yard short, I think, of the first.
Yeah. This is Wilmington's big play today.
Ball's going to be spotted right at the 40-yard line.
Wilmington's going to take a timeout.
The Cats take a timeout with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the ball game. And the score is Tewksbury 20, Wilmington 14.
How's your feet?
Well, first thing we got to do, John, is get this first down. It's 4th and 1. Got to get the first down.
Well, you got to go to the bread and butter man. Of course, that'd be O'Neill. And I assure you, if O'Neill makes it, he'll make it on sheer leg drag.
It's typical of Thanksgiving Day games. You always see these trick plays coming into action. Sometimes they fail, and in the case of the Redmen, that paid off big dividends for them.
Oh, yeah. Because, during the year when you're scouted and you break down films, you learn about tendencies. So you have to get away from tendencies on a day like today.
Well, let's hope there's some good footing for whoever gets the ball this time. Got to get this first down. This whole stands is shaking. Harrison with the keeper. I don't know if he got it, John.
They didn't give it to O'Neill.
Harrison kept the ball, tried the left side.
Yeah.
Billy Harrison on the keeper.
All depends where they spot it, but I
he
don't know where his
didn't make
forward progress goes.
First down, Tewksbury.
Tewksbury takes over.
First down.
Well, I guess the Wildcats
I
thought that
thought
Tewksbury
O'Neill had it that time, but
they thought that
faked it to
Tewksbury
O'Neill.
would be expecting O'Neill to get it, and Harrison tried the left side and didn't get it.
No, didn't make it.
So with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the ball game,
Tewksbury will lead it out on the ground now. I don't think you'll see it in the air too much now.
Tewksbury has a 6-point lead. It's about 3.5 minutes left in the game. They got the ball at the Wilmington 40-yard line. Tewksbury lines up in the eye. Tarot back, hands off to Adorno, picks up big yardage, and he's going to be gone.
He's gone.
Alex Adorno just brings it all the way.
Touchdown for Alex Adorno.
I don't think he's not a very big boy, but he sure is quick.
Simple play, John, just over right tackle, looked like 40-yard scamper.
Right off the tackle. What's his name?
Alex Adorno.
I think he's a
sophomore, right?
Darno is a junior,
He's a junior.
and he'll be back next year.
Very
for,
quick.
Tewksbury. So the,
Tewksbury may go for 2 points here.
well, with Wilmington not getting that first down, it looks like that took a lot of wind out of their sails.
It sure did, and they fooled me. I thought that O'Neill had the ball, and I thought he had the first down, but he faked to O'Neill. Now Tewksbury's going for 2. Pitch out to him.
Adorno doesn't get it.
Pick him up.
Can run that ball.
Extra point is no good. Richie Gillis with a stop on Alex Adorno.
Okay, but the Redmen take a substantial lead here, 26-14, with only 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the ball game. Two big plays by Tewksbury in the second half, and the Wildcats have not been able to answer those 2 big touchdowns, John.
Yeah.
They did in the first half, but they haven't been able to do it here, and it's like Katie bar the door, as you say now.
It's been the big plays, and they've been 4 of them. 4 resulting in touchdowns. Yeah, had Wilmington made that first down, I thought they had something going. They had
Oh yeah, that would
a
have
good
kept
shot
them.
at this game. And they were just down by 6 points.
The road to kick. Becky.
That was the first time that Tewksbury was able to crack the Wilmington defensive line.
Exactly. They got into the secondary, and once they got in there, he was off to the races. That's a tough kick to handle.
Harrison picks it up at his own 15, and he's down at about
he's
the
having
30,
trouble.
31-yard
Billy
line.
Harrison on the return, knocked down by Joe Mercer. First down for the Wildcats.
Okay, we got about 3 minutes to go. Wilmington has to put the ball in the air now and has to use their timeouts.
Yeah, that's gonna feel good, huh? Warm that whole body right up, huh?
Okay, Wilmington's got a wide slot, and they got a wide slot right and a flank of left. Indication they're going to.
Okay, Harrison back to pass.
They're
Got plenty of
running.
room on the right side.
He's having a lot of trouble.
Well, Billy didn't know what to
He's
do.
the
with that
only
ball.
back in the field that's
Billy Harrison on the keeper.
trouble keeping his feet.
Scott Haddad on the stop for the Redmen. 2nd and 10.
Okay, no gain by Billy. Be a 2nd and 10. And time is definitely on the side of the Redmen now. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. And they have a 26-14 lead.
They haven't hit Carroll yet, and he's a pretty good target.
Okay, again, Harrison back to pass. Steps
Wow.
and it's incomplete.
Things are falling apart right now.
Pass for Harrison is deflected by number 50, Ryan Minor.
Ryan Miner tipped the ball. That Miner's a good ball player, John.
Very
He
good.
happens to be my nephew.
Oh. The thing that has hurt Wilmington is, of course, the loss of Carrigan. Carrigan was
Yeah, I
such an
agree.
important cog in their wheel there, both defensively and offensively. But give credit to the younger kids that came in and played their hearts out.
Sure did.
Screen.
Oh, there's a screen to Campbell. But Tewksbury smelled it out.
Yeah, they smell it.
Pass is complete, Jamie Campbell.
And one thing about, Jamie, he's a grown boy. He's not the quickest kid in the field, but he probably pick up speed as he gets older and grows.
Tackle is made by 76
Wilmington's gonna
Jason
punt
Sullivan
now.
and number 78 George Rogers.
I think Campbell showed a lot of poise for a freshman coming out here and
Oh, yeah.
doing a good job for him.
He's good heady kid.
Fourth down, Cats have to punt. Another low snap. And O'Neill gets it off. Gets a good bounce. And they're going to down it.
Yeah.
Oh, soon. Down there at the
Well, Tewksbury's got the-
38-yard line.
Steve O'Neill on the
Tewksbury
kick,
got the
down by
ball game on, so
Tucci, first down
he should
for
be
the
getting
Redmen.
in all his second group now. You're right, 99 didn't play the ball game today. Not in there now unless they switch numbers on him.
Well, he's number 99 on the roster here, and I haven't heard his
98?
name. 99.
99.
I haven't heard his name all day.
I haven't either. Yeah,
I saw him play in the Tewksbury, I think it was Dracut game.
Tewksbury's going to run again here.
He impressed me. Schmidt did impress me. Once he caught the ball, he ran hard, but I haven't seen him. He may be hurt, John. You're right.
Dan Clark on the carry for the Redmen.
And there's another name.
Don Burke,
Clark is in
Harrison
there
on the
now.
stop for the Wildcats.
They're going to let this thing run down, I think.
Yeah, just a minute and 20 seconds left in the ball game. Score is 26-14 Redmond over the Wildcats.
Number 34 on the run.
Better start tackling him. Tackling
34, Brian O'Keefe.
Tackling
Big
really
game.
broke down.
Ryan O'Keefe on the carry. Stop there by number 5, Phil Ritucci. First down for the Redmen.
Hey, Redmond get a first down and stops the clock at the minute. 1 minute left in the game.
Well, I'll tell you, this is very similar to the Lawrence game. Wilmington was in that game right up to the last quarter, and then things broke down bad. This is
The fumble. Ball is live, but the ball carrier makes a fall.
Ball is fumbled. Recovered by Tewksbury. Tackle made by Steve O'Neill.
I'm surprised that Tewksbury has still got their first string quarterback. I don't know if for the most part their first string's still in there.
I think this game's got about one more play left in it, John.
Yeah, this will be it.
It really was a great first half. It was 14-14 and a half, but the Wildcats were not able to answer two touchdowns that the Redmen scored on them, and that was the end of the ball game. And a big 4th and 1 that they didn't get really hurt them.
Wilmington didn't take advantage of that good field position they got after kickoff. They had great
That's
field
the ball
position,
game.
down 17-yard line, and
Nice job.
just
That's
couldn't
the
move
ball game, John. The final score is 26-14. Tewksbury over Wilmington.
Congratulations to the Redmen.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you, Mr.
Don't
Ward.
forget,
Hope to see you again in the future.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, John. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank you very much for volunteering your services.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, this has been a Martin production in cooperation with WCTV, and from Alumni Stadium, this is Tom Walsh and John Ritchie. The final score, once again, Wilmington goes down to defeat at the hands of Tewksbury by the score of 26-14. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.